Boom, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy CNI. This is the first podcast of Rap Upz. I am here with my co-host, with the co-most, the Peruvian Plug.
Oh,
say
boy.
What's up?
Oh, boy. It's your boy.
And we gonna get into everything that happened in the past week. I know a whole bunch of shit popped off. You know what I'm saying? But let's give a little brief introduction. For everybody that's tuned in right now, if you watched Rap Upz before, you know who I am. You know what I'm about. You've seen the videos. You've seen all that shit. My co-host is the one that was down with me from day one.
Day one.
We was hanging, doing this shit since we was teenagers with it, man. Like,
you always had a knack for it, so you just got to keep it up.
Man, been doing it for 20 years now, you know? And the first show that I ever did, I'll never forget. We went to Southside Sacramento, Oak Park. Shouts out to Emo. He put on the show. You know what I'm saying?
I think we got that on video somewhere.
I think we do. And I'll never forget, we were rolling. It was in your 96 Impala. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you had the feet on it yet.
Nah.
But this shit was fly. And I mean, to be some young niggas like riding out like that and going in style, it was like my head was like exploded. You know, like it was like, even though it was like my first show, I was like mad nervous. I was like, this is supposed to happen though. You know what I'm saying? Because when you step out like that, and then I had the retro 95 Jordans, cocaine white with the black patent leather, and we was with my OG homie Scott Free. Shouts out to Scott Free. And we rolled up in there, and it's like, as soon as we got there, I was dumb fucking nervous. I was like, and I was high. You know what I'm saying? Which probably was not the best idea. You know what I'm saying? When it's your first performance, you walking in this motherfucker.
Probably not.
And I had 2 CDs, right? Remember this shit?
Sky High.
No. This was Communication. The communication. And for the people that don't know, I'm CNI now. At this particular time, I rapped under the pseudonym Currency.
The Currency that we know wasn't even out yet.
He wasn't even around yet. And shouts out to Currency. It's no diss, but it was like, for the Bay, I was Currency. You know what I'm saying?
For
and
real.
I was holding shit down out here, for real. And so, but anyway, no, I had come through with 2 CDs. One was the actual album, Communication. And we were listening to it the whole way up in the car. And you were like trying to talk me into like doing like 3 or 4 songs. You were like, yo, you got to do these. You got to do these songs. You got to do this song. And I was like, fuck, I don't know, bro. I was so like, you know what I'm saying? Because like you just don't perceive like how that stage fright is going to hit you initially. You know what I'm saying? And so anyway, we decided on Life and Times. And you were like, all right, let's roll. We parked. We went in. And we had the CD, and it played, and it was the shit that had the words on it. Remember? And I was like, I looked at you, and I was like my face was just like pale, nigga, because I was like trying to rap over the fucking instrumental.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And he queued it up, and the whole crowd's looking at us. There was like 100 motherfuckers in there. I was like, oh my God. And I was just like, fuck it. Let's go. And we just started we just bust that shit. And like, you gotta understand, like when you go to like another motherfucker's hood, you don't know like the politics, you don't know how they're gonna react, you don't know how they're gonna perceive you, any of that shit.
For real.
Gonna feel your shit.
Yeah. You don't know if you're gonna
clearly
feel
we
your
were
shit.
not from the area. Clearly.
We were so totally different. Like the way we were dressed, the way we came in, we're Bay style, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Sac, you know what I'm saying? But they especially at that particular time, they had just kind of a different style, you know what I'm saying? And so, but anyway, as soon as like I said like the first few bars, it was just like something like took over. It was like this is what the fuck I was meant to do. Like, it just, like, I felt like this is where I belong, you know? And like...
Well, you'd been waiting for that moment for some time, so...
Exactly.
Once it finally happened...
I was ready.
I would say so.
I was ready. and it like poured out of me. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember like losing myself, honestly, in that moment. And then when I came out of it, it was like the fucking crowd was going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It was dope.
It was sick. Cause these was like, and I recommend this to anybody that's like starting out in your career. Perform your shit in the fucking hood, because they're gonna give you the real deal. Like,
oh, they'll all come up to you afterwards and tell you exactly what they liked and didn't like.
Exactly.
And you got to hear every single fucking mouth.
Exactly. and if you get accepted there, like we did, like we got off stage and like everybody was like, "Oh, that was the shit," that came up to us.
Right.
And it was like, I knew. I was like, yo, I got something with this shit.
It was dope.
It was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Now, how long before or after that was Sweet Jimmy's?
So it was like maybe like a month.
A month later.
Yeah. Because we were
I know
we were
for
on
sure
one.
I have that on video.
Yeah, that one I know for sure. Because the bartender, we had the fucking bartender. Shout out to all my niggas from Oakland. Shout out to all my niggas from West Oakland, and the North and the East, everybody.
Yep.
But if you partied at Sweet Jimmy's, like, you fuck with us, because we was there. We was there a lot. We went there a lot. Remember we rolled through with James and shit. But
just check out the venue.
Exactly. And we performed there a couple times, and it was like the first time we did it, like once I had that first performance under my belt, like I was set. Like stage fright didn't hit me like that no more. It was just like, okay, I know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like the first time you do it, you have no idea what you're doing. Like you may have seen it in a movie, some shit. But until you do it, there's just no way to know what to fucking anticipate. You know what I'm saying? But once you do it, you're like, yo, I know what the fuck I could do now. I know how I'm gonna get my stroke right. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the whole shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like riding a bike.
It's like riding a bike. And when we got up there, it was like you asked the bartender, because like we were getting drinks and shit, and you were like, yo, we getting ready to perform. Could you videotape us? And he was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of a slow night, so it wasn't like hella people were like mobbing the bar and shit. And it was like I remember like he was holding the camera, and you could hear him say like, man, these guys are good. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Bro. So I mean,
he was juiced.
It was dope. And I mean, you just, like I said, you've been down since day one, like before like anybody. Like all the naysayers, like everybody that was like, oh, he ain't gonna make it, he ain't gonna do this, he ain't gonna do that. You were like, fuck that shit.
That was dope, man. It was from the first, what was the first communication?
Yeah, communication was my first CD.
That's what set it off for me. I was like, all right, we got some lyrical content here.
Exactly.
He wasn't just like a lot of the other rappers that didn't really have much substance.
Exactly.
So right there, it caught my attention, and then
yeah,
the beats grew on me because they're like home. They're just so.
It was, the initial shit was kind of like you could tell like there was something there. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, do you remember making beats on a PS4? Or the
it was the PS2.
PS2.
No, it was the PS1. Shouts out to the fucking MTV Music Generator. Shouts out to everybody that ever made a beat and fucking recorded a song on a PlayStation.
That was dope. Do they have games like that now?
I think they still do. I know like they made like a second version for like PS2, but like, by that time I was like on to like big shit. Like I had the Triton. I was like the first nigga that I knew that had the Triton. You know what I'm saying? And then I got the fucking Motif like right after that. And then I got the fucking Roland Phantom like right after that. Yeah. It was like, I was like really with the shits. You would come through, this nigga would come through and like fucking play like all kind of like the ice cream song. Remember that shit?
Entertainer?
The entertainer, nigga. Every night he would come through. I'd be get off work. We would get high as a fucking falcon, and this nigga's playing do 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 do. Oh my god, nigga.
That was great.
It was classic. classic shit. So we legit, we been in this shit, we've been doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? And the student, obviously, you know what I'm saying, the moniker changed, because shout out to Currency, it's like, once I saw like what was happening with his movement and my shit just wasn't gaining traction that fast, I was just like, there's no point. Like I could have like remember when Common Sense was Common Sense, and then there was like a band that blocked him from using that shit,
right?
Because they were like,
and that's why he became Common.
And that's why he became Common. And I was like, I could have did that shit, but I was like, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I could always just get another name. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So then I added the infinite on the end, and niggas slayed me online. Slayed me. I dropped a fucking mixtape on, what was that shit? Mixtape Torrent. Mixtapetorrent.com. If you want to check out my early shit, you know what I'm saying? It was Currency Infinite. It was Confidence was the name of the mixtape. No. What was the name of that? It was
I think it was Confident.
No.
You laughed.
Was it? Maybe it was.
He was hard for the picture you took on it.
Yeah. It was Confidence. Yeah. And but the shit was dope though.
Oh,
I mean,
it was sick.
It was.
You definitely murdered a few of them tracks, you know, just as good or better than the original.
Exactly.
In some cases.
Yeah.
It was 16 songs, I think.
Yeah. It was like 20. I went hard on that shit. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna keep doing this, But then once I saw like all the negative comments, and this is before like niggas knew like,
yeah, but it was
like trolls.
Yeah, but it was like
it
was
free
always
promotion.
like the same 2 or 3 people, you know.
Oh yeah,
who just
definitely.
troll everybody on the site.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. And like they were like this troll specifically for that site. You know what I'm saying? But niggas didn't know like you could parlay that shit into like free promotion. Cause once people saw like all the comments, like a lot of people were coming to the page and downloading the shit, but you didn't know. I didn't know that, you know. It's like now, like 6ix9ine made a whole fucking career out of that shit. Like, and who's the new kid? Kid Boo. The nigga who claims to have a fucking clone, so you don't even know who the fuck he is. If you go on his fucking Instagram, like he bought like hella followers, and he got like he had like a big ass a video that went viral on World Star. Death to SoundCloud is the name of the track. And the nigga like blew up, and it was like he was saying like he was like 18. Come to find out, this nigga's like 30 something, got an arrest record for fucking like something assault on a minor.
Damn.
Yeah. Bro, check him out when this shit gets off. But it was like, but now he's like fucking with Black China, right? And like a lot of people, like I was just curious, so I checked his Instagram posts and shit, and there's a ton of engagement, right? It's just like niggas like hating on him. Like, oh, this nigga's a bitch. Fuck this nigga. He's whack. He beat up kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's making a career out of this shit. It's like the same shit that like happened with like Soulja Boy. You know what I'm saying? This past week, it's like he knew what he was doing, like going on the Breakfast Club.
I kind of feel like he kind of took from 6ix9ine in like how he's always making a commotion and promoting himself.
Absolutely,
he kind of took a page out of that playbook while he's away.
Absolutely,
and he's like, look at me now. I'm telling you, I'm the shit. I'm gonna just tell you in every post I'm the shit. I'm
Absolutely,
gonna tell you that I'm coming out next week, and it's working for him.
And if Soulja Boy drops a hot record today, it'll be like he never left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It'll be like Crank That is back from day one type shit. So it's smart because he's like, oh, Tiger,
you want me to stay?
Drake, the nigga that stole my flow, Drake. He was going off, and I was like, initially, like I kind of stay away from shit like that's negative. You know what I'm saying? But it was so fucking funny. And I think...
Oh, it's hilarious.
I think it's genius, like, what he did, honestly.
Bro, when your 9-year-old is asking you for the fucking beige Gucci headband, fucking... I was like, what? I was like, what do you know about that? You know? And then someone in the car was like, oh, the Soulja Boy one, right? And he's like, who's that? You know, like, he don't even know. He's just caught the hype, like, on the memes, you know?
Genius. That's all. I mean, that's all I can really say.
Now that Gucci headband is fucking, everybody wants it now because it's a meme fucking.
It's genius. It is. And I'm telling you, he's going to come out with a record this year. It's going to be fucking huge. It's going to blow up. If he does it right, and he's going to turn it into some big shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well.
Because that is the new definition of, like, who's the hottest nigga now. It's not... It hasn't been about talent for a long time.
Somebody's always got to be out there proclaiming that.
Exactly.
Because somebody, like, a lot of people can't make up their own minds. But if you tell them that you're the best,
exactly,
then you just keep telling them that.
Exactly. That's it.
Keep fucking telling them you're the shit. And then eventually they're like, yeah, maybe he is, you know?
Exactly.
So fucking, like, just, damn, like...
You hit it right on the fucking head, bro.
It's the ironies and everything. It's funny. It's crazy.
But you know, it's an interesting time, and it's an exciting time to be like an independent hip hop artist because it's like there's no gatekeepers. Like when I first started doing this shit, like I remember I don't have time to get into the story. We'll get into it on the next podcast, but it was just mad different. There was a lot of gatekeepers. Like the internet was not the way it is now. You couldn't just like fucking drop a record and then like niggas check it out and you're the next guy. It wasn't like that. Like Blueface, like the way Blueface did that shit. I mean, like it looks to what it looks like is like he got like 3 videos on World Star, right? The way the promotion and all that shit adds up. Unless they made a deal, it looks like he spent about $75,000 on promotion. But if you got 3 songs to hit, 3 videos, people will start asking who the fuck you are.
All you need is one of those to hit. Really?
That's true. But people want to know like you could do it repetitiously. Like music doesn't last as long as it did. Like you
try to change
you know what I'm saying? Like you can't just have like one record and then like, oh yo, he's the shit. Like you got to do it again. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
You know, so shouts out to Blueface. He's definitely doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But
Tatiana bust it down.
Doing his shit, man. It's doing his shit. I think we're going to end it here. I got to get going. But this shit was dope, nigga. We got to do this shit.
So many more.
Yeah. Many more. We're going to do this shit every week. If this is your first time here at Rap Upz, man, go on and click that subscribe button. If you watching this shit or listening to this shit on YouTube, if you're listening to it anywhere else, man, subscribe because we going to drop content like this all year long.
Oh, we're going to get into some questions, you know, get some answers that we want to know about artists that we've listened to, local,
Definitely.
Mainstream, you know, one-hit wonders, where you at.
And we're gonna have guests too. We'll have like special guests and shit. Like we're in the scene, so we know a lot of the niggas that are doing shit out here. So we definitely gonna have guests. We definitely gonna have people come through. Yo, don't miss out. You know what I'm saying? If you miss out, you missed out. Don't be that guy.
You missed it.
Don't be that guy.
You missed it.
You know what I'm saying?
You missed it.
This is your boy CNI.
Yo, the plug.
The Peruvian Plug is in the house, man. We doing this shit every week. Check us out on Rap Upz. See y'all next time.